Cluster, located in Scorpio. It is about 5,500 light-years away from us, located in the center of the Lobster Nebula. So what you see is the scale. Almost unimaginable starburst. Those towering orange ridges. It's a huge wall of gas and dust. Is being swallowed by newborn stars. Hot newborn stars burn a little. It's almost 8 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Is spewing out intense radiation and stellar winds in the surrounding nebula, carving out a huge cavity. The center of the cluster shines Pesmus 24-1. It's the brightest star in the image. For decades, astronomers have long believed it's the most massive star ever discovered. The Webb telescope reveals the truth. It's actually at least 2 stars, tight together. Even in this photo, they can't be separated. They are 74 and 66 times the mass of the sun, respectively. Make them still observable in the universe. Maximum quality. One of the brightest stars. This complete image, more than just a close-up of a star cluster, a door to the Milky Way, a window on stellar density and richness. All of this in one frame. And that's the beauty of these kinds of images. So far, all we see are relatively nearby celestial bodies. For example, nebulae and star clusters in our own galaxy. Now let's go completely out of the galaxy. This is the M82 Cigar Galaxy. It's in the constellation Ursa Major, 12 million light-years from us. Although it is about 4 times smaller than our own Milky Way, it is the most violent and chaotic in the known universe. One of the brightest stars. Its name is derived from its shape, a narrow beam of light. From the side, it looks like a tilt, glowing cigars in the dark. But look at the photos taken by Weibo. You will find the name too mild. From the nuclei above and below the galactic huge disk, columns of red and orange gas spewing out, spread outward, shaped like a burning cosmic hourglass. This is the galactic wind, driven by the tremendous forces happening at the center of the galaxy. Outflow galaxy. And what's happening at the center of the galaxy is extraordinary. The Cigar Galaxy is a starburst galaxy. New stars are forming 10 times faster than the Milky Way. Its core alone contains more than 100 superclusters. Each cluster contains hundreds of thousands of stars, and some star clusters are still being formed today. What started this frenzy? The answer may well lie in M82E's neighboring spiral galaxy, M81. People think millions of years ago, M81 attracted a large amount of gas flow pouring into the center of the Cigar Galaxy. Millions of years ago, the encounter between these 2 galaxies millions of light years away triggered a chain of events that continues to this day. The Webb telescope, so that we can finally see the full extent of this rampage. March 14, 2025. Alarm goes off. A telescope jointly developed by France and China detected a burst of gamma rays from a very distant place. Outbreak within 90 minutes. NASA's Yuan Observatory determined its location. 11 hours later, a telescope in the Canary Islands captured infrared afterglow. Another 4 hours passed. The large telescope in Chile took the measurements. The results shocked astronomers. This happened 730 million years after the Big Bang. Gamma ray bursts detected by SPAM is created when a massive star collapses. Its core emits 2 focused beams of gamma rays, energy jet, at nearly the speed of the jet. 3 months later, when the Webb telescope turned to the source, he confirmed what the eruption had foretold. A supernova. This is the first time the earliest supernova detected by any telescope, breaking the previous record of the SCARF telescope. Years ahead of schedule. 1 billion. To understand the aftermath of the Big Bang. What does 730 million mean? We might as well understand the current age of the universe. 13.8 billion, and when this explosion happened, the age of the universe is only 5%. The first stars and galaxies are just beginning to twinkle. The beginning of the universe, still shrouded in a thick primordial mist. Astronomers call this the reionization era. And this supernova was in the middle of that period. And the Webb telescope captured this moment. Weibo is also the first time in such a distant event captured the faint shadow of the supernova host galaxy. It's just a few pixels of red. That's the ghost of the galaxy where this dying star is located. A message 13 billion years ago has finally been received. Take a closer look at this image of the galaxy. Galaxy cluster G165. In a whirlpool of hundreds of galaxies, 3 tiny dots of light appeared that didn't exist before. The 3 points of light are arranged appeared in the image captured by Weibo. But in 2015, when Hubble photographed the same galaxy cluster, it was nowhere to be seen. The team's first question was simple. What are these 3 dots of light? Could it be a supernova explosion? And the answer is yes. But what kind of supernova? These 3 points of light are not 3 separate explosions, but the same explosion. A dying star appeared 3 times in the same photo. The supernova, known as the Ray of Hope, 3.6 billion light-years from Earth, galaxy cluster G165 it's huge. Mass. Its attractive force will act like a bending and twisting light from objects beyond. In this case, he diverted the light from this supernova into 3 paths of different lengths. Since the speed of light remains constant, light with longer paths arrives later. Therefore, these 3 images show the same supernova. The scene at different moments of the explosion. It's like 3 frames of the same movie play simultaneously on the same screen. Astronomers use these 3 supernova images and the time lag between them. The new value of the Hubble constant was calculated. This value fits perfectly with measurements of the local universe. It exacerbates rather than eliminates the contradictions in cosmology. The cracks in cosmology are real. And this image is made up of 3 identical points of light. It certainly made him broader. After everything we've seen, nebula, dying star, exploding galaxy. On the edge of time, let's return home temporarily. This composite image depicts the center of our galaxy. This is a powerful radio telescope from South Africa. Wide-angle radio image captured by Meerkat. It spans 1,000 light-years with brilliant blue, cyan, and yellow as the main colors. In its shining golden white center is the area surrounding Sagittarius, the supermassive black hole at the core of our galaxy, 4 million times the mass of the Sun. Bubble-like debris scattered throughout the image. It was left thousands of years after a supernova exploded. It's like a long-exposure photograph. Meerkats will change dramatically over the centuries, condensed into 1 frame. The illustration on the right was taken by the Webb telescope, a small part of the same area. Zoom into just 44 light-years across Sagittarius C. The contrast and scale are astounding. 1,000 light-year panorama captured by Meerkat. Close-up of Gene Webb. It looks like a stamp on a painting. However, even within such a small window, Webb also revealed dozens of needle-like hot plasmas. They're incredibly straight, in stark contrast to the chaos around it. This is the extreme magnetic field generated by the attractive force of the black hole. This is our galactic home. Berserk, magnetic, chaotic, disordered. And now only through 2 remarkable telescopes. Common observations, so we can finally see it in its entirety. Now let's go deeper into the center of the galaxy, to a place that shouldn't exist. This is Sagittarius B2, a giant molecular cloud captured by the Webb telescope. Located just a few hundred light-years from Sagittarius, it's the most massive thing in the entire galaxy. The most active regions for star formation. And what puzzled astronomers? Sagittarius B2 contains only 10% of the total amount of gas available in the Milky Way, but it generates 50% of the stars in the Milky Way. The reason for this is still not fully understood. In NIRCam's near-infrared images, thousands of colorful stars are shining in the picture. After switching to MIRI's mid-infrared image, these stars have all but disappeared, and they're replaced by warm, glowing dust. There is a bright red area to the right of the cloud. This is Sagittarius B2, one of the richest regions of known molecules in the universe. But look carefully at the darkest areas in the image. It's not empty. They are extremely dense clouds. Not even the Webb telescope can penetrate. These cocoon-like structures are filled with gas and dust. The stars that are forming are completely obscured, unobservable. The next generation of massive stars in the center of our galaxy. We go from the end to the beginning. This is MOMS. 1/4 is currently in human history, the most distant galaxy observed by any telescope. It was discovered in January 2026. The name itself tells a story. MOM stands for mirage or miracle, because when astronomers first discovered this celestial object, they really couldn't be sure it was a mirage. Still a miracle. Is it a real galaxy from the beginning of the universe? Or is it an illusion caused by light? The Webb telescope's light from MOM Z14 indicates this galaxy is after the Big Bang, formed only 280 million years ago, and the universe today is 13.8 billion years old. This means that this light is only 20% of the age of the universe. It has already started to travel through the universe, since the universe has been expanding ever since. MOMR Z14 is no longer just 13.5 billion light-years away. It's estimated to be 33.8 billion light-years away. This is a message from a distant universe. In fact, we can't reach it at all. Look at this picture. You don't see much, just a faint yellow halo. Just a few pixels. However, these pixels, but it represents humanity so far. The most distant past ever observed. Burning stars in the first chapter of cosmic history. Inside a galaxy only 300 light-years in diameter. There are such amazing celestial bodies. It's incredibly bright, rich in chemical composition. For such a young galaxy, its performance has far exceeded expectations. Before the Webb telescope model predictions at such an early stage, there are very few mature galaxies. However, the number of galaxies we found, but it was about 100 times more than theory predicted. The embryonic form was a complete surprise. And that's probably the most exciting part. These 12 photos, from dying stars 650 light-years away to a newborn galaxy 33.8 billion light-years away, more than just beautiful pictures. They're the universe revealing itself to us. And what he shows us time and time again is, the more we see, the more you discover.